Well, driving in Malaysia, especially on the highway, is quite challenging. So in a particular highway, especially this highway KESAS, whenever there is a traffic congestion, try to take the slow lane, the leftmost lane to drive, because usually in a traffic congestions, the left lane will become the fast lane and the fast lane will become a slow lane. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how to maneuver in this traffic congestion. See, right now traffic is building up. So what I do, I take the leftmost lane, because as you can see, the rightmost lane is starting to start congested. So I take the leftmost lane, which is flowing normally. And then what you can do, if the left lane is stuck, you can maneuver around and go to the second middle lane. As you can see, the rightmost lane, or they call it the fast lane, are all not moving on the traffic. So see how we can maneuver out of this. This is the normal Malaysian heavy traffic morning hours. Many people going to work. So we got stuck in a jam here. Maintain your innermost left lane, and then you can see there's a junction there coming out on your left there. So what we're going to do, we try to take the right lane to avoid the congestion. And of course, we make sure before we turn right, we look at the rear window. There's a rear window, and if it's clear, then you can turn right. Give you a signal light. Voila, you are back in the less traffic lane. And then you can see there's a heavy traffic on this lane, so you're going to try to take the right lane. And then the slight heavy traffic at front, maintain your middle lane course, because the left lane over here basically is stuck with cars and whatnot. You don't want to go to that side. See all the heavy traffic there. Basically cars are all jammed up on my left side, so I maintain the middle lane. One thing I learned about driving in Malaysia, try not to use the horn too much. It's quite annoying. Alright, we maintain the course, and then right in front of us, we know there will be some heavy traffic. Take a left lane. Should be okay. Okay, we are back on the KESAS highway. We're about a couple kilometers up. There is some slight traffic. We maintain course over here because there's some road construction at the front. So I maintain the leftmost lane because I know the right express fast lane will be congested. So I maintain my course on this left lane. What I'm going to do, since this is a 5-lane highway, I will take the left lane because I know the right lanes are all congested up. So I'm going to take the left lane and try to do some slicky moves over here. See, all the fast lane, middle lane and the left lane are all jammed up. Traffic is quite heavy, so what I did is I take the lane number 4, which is the leftmost lane, to bypass all this traffic. While most of the cars and vehicles are moving slowly, my vehicle is moving fast, and then of course you will see a traffic police at the front over there. Traffic police at the front, and the emergency lane I noticed that there's a traffic cop vehicle somewhere over there. Yeah, a traffic cop vehicle just stopped a Proton Saga at the front. So what you do is maintain the right lane. I see. Make sure we don't get caught if you drive on a emergency lane. So once you pass through the emergency lane, you go back to the left lane. The good thing about driving here is you do not break the law unless you get caught. So unless the traffic cop catch you and give you a ticket, you did not break any traffic law. So drive from your gut instinct. That's what I do. I basically drive on my gut instinct. I obey the traffic law all the time, or most of the time. But in this situation, when there's a whole bunch of traffic and congestions and whatnot, and then I don't want to get late to work, so I'll try my best to find the best possible route driving, and if I can use emergency lane, I'll use emergency lane. But right now, KESAS authority has designated the emergency lane for motorcyclists. Usually in this particular situation, I will drive my car on this emergency lane, but not today. And I know that there's a traffic cop at the back, so once in a while I will look at my rear window or rear mirror, what you call it, and then see whether there's a police cop at the back or not. Drive, maintain your concentration, focus at front there. Yeah, driving is quite stressful, but if we know how to find ways on how to beat the traffic and also how to avoid the traffic jam, that'd be good. It'll be less stressful to drive. Okay, this is the exit going to the Kewajipan Avenue towards Subang Jaya and USJ, and this particular exit is very, very congested. So there are several lanes that you can use from. Definitely try not to take the left lane or the middle lane because quite heavy. So I use the rightmost lane, which supposed to be more moving, which it does, because the middle lane and the leftmost lane the vehicles are in static mode, while the rightmost is quite okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Maintain course on the right lane. As you can see, this lane is moving, while the middle and the leftmost lane is not moving. It's really static. So we're quite okay here. Well, the KESAS guy managing the traffic with the orange overalls, but you can see the traffic is quite heavy going into the Kewajipan highway. So just drive slowly, follow the course, maintain the right lane most, and watch out for your left and right and the car in front of you. Gut instinct. Your driving gut instinct will make you safe and alert. You see, as I told you earlier, the rightmost lane is usually, on this particular exit, usually more fluid. Right now we are in the Kewajipan Avenue and heading towards the Federal Highway. So I maintain my course on the left lane. There's only 2 lanes over here on this ramp towards the Federal Highway, so maintain the course. And watch out for the motorcycle guys. Those guys on the motorcycles are really, they drive very fast, and many of them, they usually drive quite well, you know. Here we are. We can see the nice view from here. Sometimes the motorcycle guys drive on the emergency lane, sometimes they are driving in the middle lane, so there are no fixed pattern for these motorcyclists to drive on the road. They can drive as much as they want. Okay, right in front of me I saw an excavator. So this excavator, they run very slow, and one of the things that you try to learn when driving in Malaysia is not to drive behind the excavator. In fact, they are not supposed to be driving on the road. They're supposed to be hauled up in the trailer and whatnot. So what they do by driving on the road, they basically hail up the traffic. And right now I'm right behind one of the excavator, which is like driving about 20 miles an hour. So what I'm going to do, I will drive behind me in about a couple more seconds, and then I will take the left lane. Say bye-bye to the excavator. So slow. And then we'll be on the ramp towards the Federal Highway. As usual, the guys on the motorcycle driving on my left side, they think this is a race course, GP. This particular ramp going to the Federal Highway usually jam, which, yep, they are right in front there. The jam, the queue start developing at the front. So, and the 1-lane ramp become a 2-lane ramp. So I decided whether I want to follow behind this dirt truck. Yes, this dirt truck. People following behind it. Put my handbrake on, and then release my handbrake and put my transmission on neutral and let my vehicle go down without engaging the transmission. The dirt truck usually, they don't look very nice from behind, you know. That's what they call dirt truck. Dirty. They carry dirt. And then got another dirt truck on my right. Basically, I'm being sandwiched by 2 huge dirt trucks. Have to watch out for them because they, you know, these guys, they usually don't see what's behind them, really. And you sure our motorcyclists, the daredevils, will be maneuvering left, right, behind with their motorcycles. And for information, most fatalities, traffic fatalities, many of them are motorcyclists. Riding motorcycle is very dangerous, really. You get hurt hitting somebody, and also when somebody hits you or hits them, they also get hurt. So if they don't drive carefully, or they can get hit, and many fatal accident happens, and most of the victims are motorcyclists. Here we are, another trick to bypass this traffic. See, I'm entering the federal highway, and there is an exit ramp here, and I'll try to maintain my course by riding behind this dirt truck. Basically, I don't see what's going on in front of me, but I maintain my course behind it, and if I can, try to get rid away from the dirt truck, because basically the dirt truck block my view. And then of course our big bus, usually they are not that courtesy, or these bus drivers. Courtesy is not their best policy. Most of our bus drivers, bus drivers, so cannot expect much from these bus drivers. I noticed there's a Wira down there on my right. Stall, perhaps. Yeah, don't want to get stalled. Vehicle right in the middle of the traffic in the morning. No fun. Okay, right in front of me is the federal highway. And what I'm going to do, as I learned it from KESAS highway, I will try not to drive on the fast lane or the middle lane. I will drive on the leftmost lane. The leftmost lane is the slow lane. So usually the leftmost lane, the left lane, the traffic is more fluid as opposed to the middle lane and the right lane. So this is the federal highway. This is one of the heaviest, highly congested highway in Kuala Lumpur, because this federal highway leads the roads towards KL. KL is the Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, the left lane, or they call it slow lane, is fast as opposed to the traffic on the middle lane and the right lane. So if you can, maintain your course on the left lane, because it's much more fluid. The good thing about federal highway is that they have a special lane for motorcycle guys, you know. So the motorcyclists will drive on this particular lane. As you can see, the rightmost lane and the middle lane, most of the vehicles are stalled. So you maintain your course on this left lane. I don't know why, whether this is a natural phenomena or Malaysian phenomena, traffic on a very highly congested highways. Usually the left lanes, supposed to be the slow lane moving vehicles, become more fluid as opposed to the right lane and middle lane. I don't know. All Malaysian highways are like that, especially in the morning hours and afternoon hours. I take the left lane, so I'm okay. Just watch for the bus over here. still maintain my course. Okay, I'm entering the main road, still on the federal highway, and I'm still maintaining my left lane course here. And what I'm trying to do is try to get into a queue here, like this gentleman in front of me. If there's no car or not enough space to go, I mean, you can go to the emergency lane, but make sure there's no traffic cop at the front or at the back, and then, you know, try to take the right lane. The emergency lane, you try not to go inside. Yeah. Never know, maybe at the front there's a traffic cop waiting for me, you know. So my gut feeling is they may have a traffic cop or somebody over there. So, you know, trust your gut instinct. Okay. This is somewhere on the famous Motorola bridge here. Traffic is fluid. Traffic is flowing on the left lane, so you maintain the course here. I maintain my course. Traffic on the middle lane and the right lane is slow, so I maintain my course. Yeah, today is Wednesday. There are certain parts in the federal highway that I would drive in the middle or the right lane. I don't know why, but certain part, especially in front of the Avon and in front of the chemical plant on my left side there. So I'm going to take the right first lane on the federal highway, which I can see is quite clear and moving fast. And you can see the roads, the traffic from the KL to Klang is quite congested. So I maintain my course here. Traffic is heavy, but it's moving on the right lane. And if I see or if I think that the right lane is going to be heavy, I will switch over to the middle lane. As of right now, I maintain my course on the right fast lane. I check on my rear window, there's no traffic cop. I check at the front, there's no traffic cop. So smooth away driving. Quite okay over here. Traffic is still flowing in the lower part of the federal highway. So I'm maintaining my course on the left lane. Okay, the traffic seems very fluid from PJ Jalan Timur towards the Arc, Selangor Arc, that divide the Federal District and Selangor. So I'm taking entry into the Kerinci Link. Kerinci Link is the shortest way to go to my office. Those diverse motorcycles, they are still on the maintaining on the left lane. I'll be entering a toll plaza very soon, so I'm going to enter the lane that have the smart check. Okay, driving in Malaysia, one of the main advantages if you pass through a toll plaza is to have a smart tag. The smart tag looks like this. So this smart tag is electronically built smart tag. You have a smart card inside. So basically what it does is it passes through the detection sensor, and you don't have to pull out your card to touch the sensor. Basically the sensor will read automatically. So I take the Plaza B here. The advantage of using the smart tag is to avoid bottleneck in the toll plaza. The bottleneck, I mean traffic jam, bottleneck. Basically, there are not much bottleneck today, but this is the lane for the smart tag. The boom gate will open. They detected my smart tag, and that's how it works. I'm about 1 kilometer away from my office building, and today's drive has been a success because even though the traffic is quite heavy and congested along the main highways, I was able to maneuver and drive the vehicle through the techniques that I mentioned before. And once if you know how to drive using your gut instinct and try to break a few traffic laws and whatnot, you will definitely reach your office on time. I look at my watch, and it took me about 40 minutes to drive from home and reach my destination. So I'm going to drive into the parking area and turn off my camera.